We are back.
Hi everyone, welcome.
We've been on a sabbatical.
Sabbatical and a fastical.
Yeah. We finished our fast yesterday.
21 days.
Yes, was very good. Very good. Yeah.
So it's good to be back. We completed the book of Genesis around the beginning of this month. Was it?
Where's your diary? Where's your book?
Oh yeah, where's my book? There, can you pass it up there? So our last chapter, chapter 50, we completed, let me have a look at our date, was on the 8th of July, earlier this month, 8th of July. And we began our fast, our 21-day fast, when? On the
1st of July.
Oh, 1st of July, yeah.
It's the 22nd today, so we broke our fast today.
And it's good that we can go live from the actual page, Sweet Honey from the Rock. Berta, would you like to share with our followers what this movement is all about? You're the visionary.
The movement?
Sweet Honey from the Rock. What?
Oh, right. It's all about going deeper, into the things of God and finding what your discipline is, like where you're at with God in the way of looking at body, soul and spirit, rather than just looking at growing our spirits, but growing and mastering some good habits. So we use the acronym PRACTICE, and it's on one of the pages, on one of the introduction pages. I must do a reel on it actually. And it's about practicing prayer, reading, journal, as having a few goals. So I was talking to somebody that was doing the goals, and they made the goals too hard. But what it's about is just like little chunks, like keeping your goals simple and only having about 3 to 5 goals. Unless you're a gun at routines already, then go for gold. But Brian, you're going to read Exodus 1. From what version were you looking at? Because we want to make sure you understand or have good key takeaways from this reading.
Well, you did say King James, so we'll start with the King James. Hey, why don't we alternate between the King James and another version?
But you said it might be too long.
No, not like read back to back, but say tomorrow read from a...
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that.
So this is Exodus chapter 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt. Every man in his household came with Jacob: Reuben, Simeon, Levi and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun and Benjamin, Dan and Naphtali, Gad and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Jacob was in Egypt already. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that, when there falleth out any way, they join also unto our enemies, and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick and in all manner of service in the field. All their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, When ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stalls, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwives feared God, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives, and said unto them, Why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, Because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively, and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them. Therefore God dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared God, that he made them houses. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, Every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive. And so that is the reading from Exodus chapter 1. And takeaways for you today from today's reading, lady?
Well, we read it this morning. Well, I read it this morning. But when you were talking about how that king didn't know Joseph, like the stories weren't passed down to the current generation of that time, and he was forgotten of all the great things that had been done or had happened, which it was already foretold that Abraham had that vision that his line would be under like 400 years of oppression or something, but yeah, it's interesting. And also the mention of midwives, 2 midwives for the whole of the Israelite people. That's a big responsibility. They must have been super busy.
How they were sent as saviours of the generation of babies.
Yeah.
Reminds me of, is it Esther?
What happened with Esther?
Who's the one that went to the throne room of the king on behalf of her people?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was Esther,
Yeah, the scepter.
Yeah, the scepter touched the scepter.
Yeah.
I think it's, well, that's the picture I have, them being used of God to bring many, or saving many lives.
Even the onslaught of the children, like...
The more they were persecuted, the more
they multiplied.
They multiplied and grew in number. Wow.
Yeah, and it grieved a nation, like it grieved the Egyptian people. What sort of grieving does that even look like, to grieve over someone that's overpopulating?
Well, it's the fear of
their success.
The reading, not so much that, but how Pharaoh was talking about, they could align with our enemies and end up.
So they saw them as a threat. Oh, that's good. Good reviewing, Brian.
But I think also the blessing. You're looking at the blessing of Abraham. The God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and the blessing which God spoke over those 3 and being passed down. So in spite of what they're going through in Egypt, that the promise is still there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that was good.
So we went through our fast, and we finished our 21-day fast this morning, and we broke it. We went to a wonderful celebration this evening of the latest Aneva cohorts organisation.
Yeah, that was nice. It was really nice.
Yes, with many amazing Pasifika in the medical profession.
Paid, under-resourced nurses. Given very little recognition for what they do. But
we acknowledge all those that work in the health sector. Like one of the main speakers said this evening, they don't get enough thanks for the work that they do in serving our communities daily, not just here in New Zealand but around the world.
Yeah, good, amazing guest speakers.
Yes.
Yeah, so appreciative. We got an invite to go and attend, and beautiful company, food, and breaking a fast there was just like
Yes.
so timely.
What was it?
Peripherals. Or
Peripherals,
something. Like chocolate eclairs.
Yeah,
but
my
round
life.
ones.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And where to from here? I liked the lifestyle of fasting, so we're looking at continuing, but changing it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has been good, and over the school holidays, it's been great. We've had our grandchildren, Kian and Maya and Isaiah, spending time with us, as well as our oldest boy Swinton and his partner Peyton. So it's been good having them here and just enjoying their company, and the grandbabies got to go out and do some great things.
Great activities, and they're having car issues at the moment. Their truck is needing a water pump or something. So yeah, they've spent all day getting it fixed, but now they do need to get a water pump, I think. And those are the things like, even things that don't go your way, or if you didn't fix it in the first place, like they had plenty of opportunity. It's goes to show, like even with our vehicles, we never used to get maintenance on our vehicles, and when you don't maintain it,
costing you more in the long run.
Yeah, so many lessons like that, and it's the same with our bodies. Looking after our bodies, in the long run, it pays off. In the short term, it's it's a small sacrifice, but at the time when you're making the sacrifice, it seems hard, but sit long enough with making the choice, it could go horribly wrong, So hence why looking after your body, soul and spirit, and what your triggers are. This morning,
which is I feel like you're fishing, but why don't we move on to the benefits of our fast, which
tons of benefits. And it's a controversial fast, isn't it? We found. So,
carnivore.
Yeah.
Just say it. Don't be shy.
I'm not shy.
We did this time round. This is our third fast of 2024, and we found this one the easiest to maintain.
Yeah.
But in the first few days, your body really does crave things like bread and rice and galo and all these carbs in there. But after a few days, and your body adjusts, it's amazing.
And your body goes into like a first few days of tiredness, like you're just really loss of energy, so you were so quite dependent on some sugary stuff. I've been journeying, going off coffee, like decaf coffees being my go-to, so having the decaf coffee and not relying on any other energy supplements. Really game changer with cream.
Try this one, yes. So our coffee is cream, sweetener, decaf, and then a pinch of salt.
Celtic salt.
Celtic salt,
Gives that salted
sea
caramel.
salt. It's a game changer.
Yeah.
Try it, you'll love it.
Yeah, found that really helpful as well. And that is kind of like our only sweet thing, is using the stevia. Or I made a chai, Pudgy's chai, and I used cream instead of milk. So that was a nice game changer as well. And looking at, because we'd done the other two fasts, would you say, it's not as, it's just simple food, like you don't have to go and buy all this fruit and veg, whereas on a carnival, what would you say, it's kind of more simplified, So I know what he likes and I know what I like, and so it was just keeping it simple: eggs, dairy, meat, and yeah. Whereas when you're on a veggie fast, there's so much to choose from, and then you've got to, you know, do recipes, whereas this one is just, you eat when you're hungry, and then you can't eat anymore, it's just too filling. Yeah, so I would, yeah, definitely consider doing, keeping it up as a lifestyle for the future. And just the weight loss, hey, it's just an added benefit. Did you find yourself going deeper into the Word of God? No? Yeah, we didn't keep up with our routine, did we, during that time? Why do you think that is? Was break as a break?
No. I mean, you can only speak for yourself, and I can only speak for myself, just being lazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just being honest. Yeah, so that's been our journey. Day 1 done. Day 2 tomorrow. We'll try and do an earlier one this time because, yeah, we didn't do one early this morning. Just didn't happen. Someone was rushing off to work. And, yeah, I had to take dogs to... Oh, I got to take the dogs to One Tree Hill. It was still a little bit rainy, but got to do it anyway. And it was awesome. Had conversations on the phone while taking the dog. But that's our day 1 done. Let us know if you want any more tips about the fasting side of things. I was really blessed by it, and I'm hoping to continue this for a long while.
Okay, everyone. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Bye.
Go out and change the world.